Hi there, this is Bob Isaac, and this is a Walmart Get It on the Shelf contest. I am entering my 4-sport math pack, and the first game I have is football. Now, I put together a printed version of my football game. It is a pretty good game. Let's say that we're going to play a football game. The first thing we do is go over to the kickoff section, and that's going to be over here in the corner. And I am going to shake a 7 right there, and let's see what 7 is. 7 is 45 yards. 45 yards would take it to our 20-yard line. And we'll start play calling right there. The top section, it's 1 through 12. You call the play and then shake your dice. I will call a flag pass, and I shook a 7. Let's see what a flag pass 7 will give us. Flag pass 7 gives us a incomplete. If you can see that. There you go. Next play. I think I'll try the bottom. Now on the bottom section, you take the first dice. Let's say I dropped it. It was a 5. So it's 5 times that dice, which would be a 54. 5 times 10 is 50, plus 4 is 54. I would have to call a play. So let's call this short pass, a 54. Short pass 54. Come over here. Yep, that's it. Short pass 54 is a 15-yard gain. You can see that right there. 15-yard gain. So we move our computer chip, move our chip right here, up 15 yards. So here's 10, there's 15. So we continue to play. I've got over here in this section over here is the punt return, interception return, and then we got field goal distances, fumbles, extra points, and penalties. And that's your football game. You play regular football rules. The top, you can have one of the players play the top for the entire first quarter, and the second player play the bottom for the entire first quarter, excuse me. And then, remember, the top section, you shake just 2 dice and add them together. Call a play and add 2 dice. And the bottom section, it's 10 times the first dice dropped and add the second dice. Example, 5 times 10 is 50, plus 4 is 54. Call your play first, and then continue regular football. Now, this is the baseball game. Baseball game just about the same as the football game, but there's a few differences. The few differences are, we start out with bases empty, and if whatever we produce, a walk or a hit or double, triple, you start with that guy on base. So if you had a single, you start with a runner on first, a double. Then we move over to second base, and so on. Sometimes it's obvious that sometimes first and second, or first and third, are bases loaded. So let's say I will take the top section. I shake a 9, so I'm going to check what the 9 is. It's a single. All right, we have a single to center field. Now the next, we move over to a runner on first base. Shake the dice. I got an 8. But I'm not going to stay up on the top. See, if I stayed on the top, I would have struck out. 8 is a K. So I'm going to call, I want to go to the bottom. So that would be a 53. And if 53 does not show up, then it turns into a 35. He does hit a ground ball to shortstop, second base, back to first base, a double play. 35. Continue regular baseball rules, and you've completed a baseball game. Thank you. Next, we move over to hockey. In the hockey game, we have a set of cards. We'll deal them out. This has already been played. They have 3 cards left, and I have 2 cards left. The object of the game, if you play a 2 or a 12, or if you match cards, that's called pressure, which means the puck is loose in front of the net, and we have a possibility for a goal. So I've played my pressure card to 12. If this player plays this 13, by chance, puts it on my 12. He's saying, well, take a shot at that number. And I just happen to have 2 cards left. One of them is the 13. So if he puts his 13 and I match him, we have our first goal of the game. Continue playing 3 periods. When you go through an entire deck, that's a period. Now we go over to basketball. Basketball is basically, when it's printed out, these would be basketball cards. You deal out a entire deck as you get up to a 7 base. You should have 7 cards on the base. The object of the game is to take points, and they have to add up to 13. So here's a 13 right on the base, so I'll take that off and get 1 point. 8 and 5 add up to 13. Here comes 2 more points. Now, obviously, I have no more combinations of 13. So then I will start to play through my deck. First card I draw is a 5. So I need an 8 on that first row, bottom row. There is no 8, so I cannot advance. So then I must play the second card. Once you have gone through an entire deck of your cards, you only go through it once, trying to make 13 matches. That's your first quarter, first period. If by chance you make it all the way to the top, you will get 50 points for your quarter period, and anything that's left over in your hand right here, empty deck, those will be free throws. So you add those to your 50 points, and that'll be your score for the first quarter, first period. Continue playing. Let your partner play the last half of that first period to see what the score is after 1. Continue playing, and that just use regular basketball rules. This is Bob Isaac. This is the Walmart Put It on the Shelf contest. Thank you.